Today we have another Magegee gaming combo. This one is the Magegee GK710. Now I've done a few reviews on keyboards just like this one on my channel before. They do model themselves on more expensive mechanical gaming keyboards, while yet this one is rather inexpensive. So let's go ahead and let's see if this GK710 is any good. And welcome back. So first things first, the box is rather minimalistic, with only an outline depiction of the keyboard to the back, as well as some specifications too, all of which we'll get into soon enough. To the right, we have a user manual for the mouse. There doesn't seem to be one for the keyboard though. Oh well, everything's usually straightforward with these keyboards anyway. Back to that right compartment, and we have the mouse. Oh, it's nice. I do like the gloss white and black crisscross pattern design. It's very interesting. Moving over to the keyboard. Oh, okay. I do like the look. Let's get rid of this protective tape. And well, yes, this GK710 has 104 classic layout LED backlit keys, consisting of a blended blue colour tone to the left, a green colour tone to the right, and a blended pink, red, orange and yellow colours which are central. That lighting can be changed by pressing the function button together with the escape key. Pressing once to turn the lighting on, again for extra brightness, so yes, 2 levels of brightness in total, with a soft breathing mode being activated by pressing that function and escape button for the 3rd time. No, there isn't any zone specific lighting, like the WASD keys or the arrow keys, but you can however change them controls over if need be, by pressing and holding the function and W keys at the same time. Simply press again to change them controls right back. The keys on the keyboard are very clear to read. They have lots of distance, quite good to type on, surprisingly silent in fact. And them keys do sit up on the dome switch membrane. So yeah, you have a normal placement of keys, a normal size enter key, with no indication of shortcut buttons on the F keys though. Those shortcut buttons have in fact been individually placed, separate to the top. So yes, you have individual access to the home screen, email, search, media controls, and it's great that the volume shortcut buttons do sit to the right hand side. None of these shortcut buttons light up though, but you do have the Magegee almost alien type symbol which is central, which does illuminate, as well as those scattered lights to the left and to the right. The whole chassis is made of ABS plastic. It feels very solid built with zero flex. It does sit flat, and I think that this keyboard is definitely recommended for gamers rather than any type of office, simply because of the look and the size of the keyboard footprint. Underneath, there are 2 rubber pad grips to the front to stop sliding. Not completely though to be honest, but it is good enough. There are 2 kickstands to the back, giving this GK710 2 levels of adjustment that when propped up gives you a bit more grip, preventing excess sliding. Back to the mouse now, and the left and right buttons feel equally weighted. They feel pretty good and they are not too loud to be honest. There are quite a lot of buttons included, like the DPI button which is central. There's a scroll wheel with its own click included, a forward and backward button to the side, but there isn't any finger rest to the left or right. Underneath though, you do have some scuff proof padding to the front and back, which makes this mouse very manoeuvrable on flat surfaces. It is powered by a 1.6 braided USB cable, which once connected, it will illuminate, giving a soft 7-colour breathing effect, which can be turned off or set to a single colour by pressing and holding the DPI button. And just like the keyboard, the mouse has auto sleep mode, which will shut off operation after 10 minutes without any use. Just simply press any key or mouse button to awaken. Okay, so while using this GK710 combo while gaming, I found that the response wasn't too bad. There really wasn't any accidental key presses. After long use, my wrists or fingers neither felt sore. The keys are not too clunky for a budget keyboard, and even though it won't win any prizes over a proper mechanical keyboard, this one right here I really can't complain about. And that is the same with the mouse too. It's surprisingly good. It's responsive, the DPI button works great, it's very comfortable in hand even without a finger rest, although I do think that a thumb rest would have been ideal for better, quicker access to those forward and backward buttons to the side. The lights on both keyboard and mouse are not too distracting, they are very mellow in fact. And I think for kids, teenagers or even adults starting out gaming, well this could be a very good start-up gaming keyboard combo. All round it feels comfortable to work with. The palm rest is not too steep, which doesn't give you any wrist ache, and so overall if I was to rate this gaming mouse and keyboard within a budget range gaming accessory category, then today I've got to give this GK710 gaming combo a 9 out of 10. Very nice. I gave it a 9 as I hoped that the keyboard would have had better grip when laid flat, and that the mouse, for a gaming mouse, would have had a thumb rest included. Anyway guys, I hope this review helped today, and if it did, please go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe, making sure you hit that bell notification option so you guys stay updated on all my new uploads. Please go ahead and share this video wherever possible, I very much appreciate it. And well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys over on the next video. Peace!